So Bruno Mars ended up in the middle of a K-pop fan war, and honestly, it's kind of wild because I don't think he even realized what he was starting. He was talking about Rose's APT in an interview, and he said something along the lines of how he hasn't seen an impact like APT since Gangnam Style. That's it, that one line. And the moment people heard that, the first reaction was basically like, okay, so BTS just doesn't exist now. And I get why ARMY took it that way. BTS didn't just randomly blow up. They were everywhere for years, tours, awards, charts, the whole conversation around K-pop changing in the West. So when someone jumps from Psy straight to Rose, it feels like an entire era got skipped. For fans, that's not just he forgot to mention them, it feels like erasing a huge part of K pop history. But then I started seeing the other side of the internet, and I'm not gonna lie, that side is loud. A lot of people are saying Bruno wasn't talking about numbers or records or fandom power at all. He was talking about that very specific moment where a song escapes K pop spaces completely. Like the kind of song your parents know, your non K pop friends know, you hear it at random places without even trying. And whether people like it or not, Gangnam Style was that song. You literally couldn't escape it. And APT kinda did the same thing. TikTok, Reels, clubs, random edits, people who don't even know Rose's name still recognize the sound. And this is where people start saying the uncomfortable stuff. They're like, BTS is massive, yes, but most non fans couldn't name a BTS song unless it was Dynamite or Butter. And even those were still very fandom driven. That doesn't mean BTS isn't impactful, it just means their impact looks different. A very organized, extremely powerful fan base versus one song going viral with the general public on its own. Some people even brought up streaming culture, saying numbers don't always equal cultural memory. Like streaming a song on mute 500 times doesn't magically mean 500 different people are enjoying it. And again, that's not an insult. That's how fandom culture works. BTS built something insane through loyalty and consistency, while songs like Gangnam Style or APT rely more on random people discovering them and vibing. What made this whole thing messier is when some fans started calling Bruno racist, which confused a lot of people. He was literally praising two Korean artists, Psy and Rose. So to others, it felt like, okay, so now it's racist just because BTS wasn't mentioned? And that opened another can of worms about the whole BTS paid the way narrative, because critics argue that saying that sometimes erases other Asian artists who also contributed in different ways. So now you've got two sides talking past each other. One side is like BTS changed the industry and deserves acknowledgement. The other side is like cultural impact and chart domination are not the same thing. And both of them are kinda right, depending on how you define success. Honestly, I don't think Bruno was trying to disrespect anyone. It sounded more like him talking from his own experience, what felt big to him, what he saw outside of Stan spaces. But because he's Bruno Mars, every word gets magnified and suddenly it's a full blown fandom war. And this is why K pop discourse is exhausting sometimes, because the moment you don't mention one specific group, people assume intent. Sometimes it's not shade, sometimes it's just perspective. And yep, BTS absolutely mattered, but that doesn't mean every viral moment has to be filtered through them. So yeah, that was the whole thing. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.